highest compliments to be here, to be able to make this available to you when I have Andrew in the studio. So we're moving on from the glucosamine chondroitin. I know we're busy on that, as we always are, especially when it's the best price of the year. To turmeric. This is another really important, it's a nice marriage following the glucosamine, because this may help you live life again. One of the things about turmeric, and everybody knows it's a kind of a big buzzword right now, you were the very first to do it. And I know you were the first to realize that proper absorption is really the key to turmeric, and that's why you did it, and that's why it's very difficult to make correctly.
Right. Initially, if you saw a turmeric product on the market, it was essentially turmeric spice. We were among the very first to offer a product that was a standardized turmeric extract at 95%. And we were, even more importantly, among the very first to offer a standardized turmeric extract that was complexed with fat. The fat we chose was the principal fat in your brain, the principal fat, phospholipid, in your liver, phosphatidylcholine. So we have been a bit of a pioneer with this ingredient as well. And it's sort of a perfect partner with glucosamine, chondroitin, UC2. Because remember, glucosamine and chondroitin, those are the building blocks. Those are the bricks and mortar, the structural components that are critical to the tissues of our joints and cartilage. When you then add UC2, that then positively affects the normal relationship between the immune system, the degradation and regeneration of cartilage, favoring the regeneration of cartilage. So you have building blocks, you have something that's pushing the regeneration in the proper direction. Turmeric is something that exerts the curcuminoids present in turmeric, a soothing effect. The wear and tear we put on our joints, and hopefully everyone notices that I intentionally don't use the word anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory is a word I use and I leave to others. That's a word that is really best associated with medications and drugs. Other companies love to talk about anti-inflammatory effects on a systemic level. The word is often used incorrectly. So what I'd rather talk about here is the soothing effect that turmeric and its curcuminoids exerts on the joints that is abundantly supported by the clinical research. And again, I talked about side effects with glucosamine and chondroitin, that it helps your joints, also exerts positive effects on your blood vessels and heart. But when we talk about turmeric, yes, it exerts a soothing effect on the joints in our body, but at the same time, it exerts a positive effect on our brain. It exerts a detoxifying effect on our liver. And as I often say, there is no more important organ in our body that gets so little respect and is so overlooked than our liver. So when we do deliver turmeric, and we deliver it correctly, and most companies do not. Most companies now recognize that turmeric on its own is not well absorbed. So what they do is they add black pepper spice to it. And black pepper spice can enhance its absorption. But black pepper spice can also interfere with the metabolism of other medications. There could be side effects. It also could be irritating to the GI tract. What's amazing about my turmeric, it's actually soothing to the GI tract, which is sort of hard to imagine that a spice is soothing to the GI tract. But that's what our turmeric does. So if you want a turmeric product that is actually made correctly, follows the research, follows the science, doesn't take shortcuts, delivers the highest standardized extract as a starting material, then you're looking at it.
And I'm so excited to say that this is 50% off the regular price today. Seriously, look at this chart. Today, this is the day, like I said, we wait to stock up if you've already been taking the Turmeric 400, and 400 is a key part of this formulation. But look at this. As you get into the larger cap counts, which we only do one time a year, and that time is right now, you're saving $100. It's half price today. So whether you start small or go big, the savings are here, and it's all today with free shipping on everything. And of course, flex pay and 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Here's another product like everything you'll see from Andrew Lessman on our website that is complete rave reviews and customer picks, like vast majority being 5-star reviews. The color of this product, Andrew, is so pretty. I'm going to break another capsule apart to show you the microfine pulverized, product. But look at that.
And what's interesting, the color looks like the color if we think of India, we think of Asia, and we think of, say, Buddhist or Hindu robes. It looks kind of like that orange. And the reason why it looks kind of like that orange is because that is exactly what it is. That turmeric and curcuminoids have not only been used in traditional medicine, but it's really an ingredient, a plant that had many applications and uses, and it was a wonderful coloring that was used in clothing. So it is an ingredient that for thousands of years has been respected for its traditional medical benefits. As I often say, Western medicine, we kind of lag behind a little bit. Eventually, the composition of turmeric was recognized first epidemiologically. We look at large population studies and see, wow, those people who are consuming more turmeric, they're having a wide-ranging health benefits as a result. So then we start examining what is it about turmeric that delivers those benefits. We realized it was the curcuminoids that are present in turmeric. So then we created a turmeric that has high levels of curcuminoids, but it really wasn't beneficial because they couldn't be absorbed. They needed to be complexed with fat, which then is going back to a starting point, because in India and Asia, how do they deliver their curcuminoids from turmeric? They cook them in foods. They cook them in stews or soups. And when they do so, what happens? They're naturally complexed with fat. So we kind of went full circle. So now we're following the old kind of family recipe for turmeric and its curcuminoids, naturally complexing them with fat at a low temperature, sort of slow cooking them. So we deliver all of the benefits of turmeric and its curcuminoids. And it's been a journey. This is an ingredient that originally showed up in my first product probably about 30 plus years ago. And it's a product that, an ingredient that has evolved as the science has evolved, enabling to make you a better and better product. So I'm always delivering whatever the perfect product is for that moment. That's what we're delivering.
Well, we're busy on this one. Everyone is realizing the importance of that. And it is interesting you don't use anti-inflammatory, but rather soothing. And I love that even better. I mean, we ask so much of our bodies.
Yeah, I don't want this to be confused as a drug or a medicine. Drugs and medicines are different. They come with a long list of side effects. I leave it to other companies to be kind of deceptive and try to have you think, well, their turmeric's kind of like a drug. It's kind of like my Advil or kind of like my Aleve. It's an anti-inflammatory drug. They're not. They might share some common mechanisms, but they are entirely different and, in my mind, quite superior. I leave those inflammatory drugs to the doctors who prescribe them. What I'm creating here is a natural tool that exerts a soothing effect on your joints and, at the same time, without side effect, is detoxifying for your liver and supportive of other structures, and even soothing for your gut, a spice that's soothing to your stomach and digestive system. Imagine that.
Right. I'd love to take a minute just to read a few reviews because they're stellar. I mean, all the way across the board. Here's one saying, I am very satisfied. I didn't know a supplement would make such a difference in my joints and general feeling of well-being. Thank you for your sharing to help us stay healthy. Another, best product. I've tried several different brands of turmeric. Love this capsule. No taste, no aftertaste, which is an issue with a lot of the other store brands. I have knee issues, so I take this to help with the discomfort. I can tell a difference when I do not take these. I still have discomfort, just not as bad as it could be. No stomach issues taking this as either. Better late than never. I mean, I said this before, Andrew, people write you love letters. Like, these are paragraphs.
Looking at that review, wow, Andrew, this supplement is fantastic. I mean, it's the reviews on this product, on glucosamine and chondroitin. I mean, people have significant expectations, and they should, when you're getting a product like this. And certainly, not every product is going to work for everyone. But when you look at these natural products that have no side effects, and you see that over 80% of the reviews are not just good reviews, but perfect 5-star reviews. And that when you look at positive reviews, you get well over 90%. And it doesn't mean that I'm doing something right. I guess to some degree. What it means is nature has really done something right, has really provided for us if we pay attention. And then my job is to not take shortcuts, to not, to follow my mom's advice. There's one best way to do everything. And to make sure that as long as the science says that turmeric and its curcuminoids can deliver you a benefit, that I make sure I do that in a fashion where you're most assured, best assured of getting the benefits from that remarkable ingredient.
And here we are once again at 50% off today. This is a product, you can always find it on hsn.com, but you will, first of all, not find the larger size, which is nice to stock up for the year, and you will not find this kind of a savings. I'll refer to this again. Obviously, you can start with the smaller 30 cap count to get started. Most people who jump in go straight to the larger sizes, whether it's 240 or the 360, only offered today. 50% off. You're saving literally so much today on the best product. And when it comes to turmeric, it really is something that, I mean, there's no disputing the benefits of turmeric. And I just am fascinated with your research, your science.
I was just going to read some science here if I could.
Oh, good, yeah.
And this is from phytotherapy research that relates to plant therapy. It says, talking about piperine, the black spice that I'd say 90% of the turmeric uses to enhance absorption. Because piperine may be argued against because of the strong inhibitory effects of piperine on enzymes involved in both phase 1 and phase 2 drug metabolism. That's in the liver. It's affecting liver metabolism, not something you want. This will increase the risk of drug interactions. Unlike piperine, co-administration of curcuminoids, this is what we do with phosphatidylcholine, which is the phospholipid in your brain, phospholipid in your liver, does not introduce additional risk of drug interactions, but enhances the bioavailability by preserving it from hydrolytic hydrolysis, hydrolysis in the gut, degradation, and increasing intestinal absorption. So this is the only way to do it correctly, given the current state of the science. And clinical ophthalmology, curcumin has poor systemic availability, unfortunately, but formulation with phospholipids, as we do, dramatically increases its absorption, oral absorption. To overcome the bioavailability problem, a lecithin formulation of curcumin, we use phosphatidylcholine, has been developed, and incorporation into a phospholipid matrix leads to an almost 30-fold. That's a 3,000% increase in absorption. That's why this is the only way to go. Journal of Pain Research. With over 100 different molecular targets, curcumin is the archetypal pleiotropic dietary agent and is currently at the forefront of biomedical research, as cogently testified by the over 5,150 entries for curcumin in PubMed. That's our national medical research database. It's about 10% of those for aspirin, the best known drug. Again, even though it was in the Journal of Pain Research, it's not a drug for pain. Cancer, chemotherapy, pharmacology. The lipophilic character of the curcumin phosphatidylcholine complex may facilitate diffusion of curcumin across biological membranes in the gastrointestinal tract. That's how it enhances absorption. In conclusion, administration of curcumin as phospholipid complex greatly increased plasma and hepatic bioavailability of parent compound and metabolites as compared to unformulated curcumin. In a nutshell, if you want curcumin to benefit and be delivered to your joints, to your liver, to your brain, you need to complex with phospholipids, as we do here. Despite the title of that research journal about cancer, this is not a cancer therapy or cancer treatment, but curcuminoids and turmeric are being looked at through all different ranges and areas of medicine for their potential beneficial and palliative effects.
It's absolutely true. Thank you for all of that. And we're going to move on to another extremely important counterpart, if you will.